Don't wanna lie, I'm bypassing chicken heads to make ducks fry. Check it out. I got to live one day at a time. Cause I wanna get paid when I rhyme. I got to live one day at a time. Cause I wanna get paid when I rhyme. Another day, another one. Out in New York, the same shit is going on. Another day, another gone. Out in New York, the same shit is going on. Another day, another born. Out in New York, the same shit is going on. Another day, another gone. Out in New York, the same shit is going on. No signs of L. 2 hours passed. Now I'm thinking that I kicked out that chicken too fast. Now I gotta find something to do, but first I'ma go to the store and buy me a brew. Ski, that's how it be. See, when I'm chillin', get intoxicated, talk shit to women. It's a given fact. If you're stacked and trying to share your cat, I'll be down for that. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. From the late night to the break of dawn. One more day and my life is gone. From the late night to the break of dawn. One more day and my life is gone. This is a brand new day. I got to live one day at a time. This is a brand new day. Cause I wanna get paid when I rhyme. This is a brand new day. I got to live one day at a time. This is a brand new day. Cause I wanna get paid when I rhyme. This is a brand new day. I got to live one day at a time. Cause I wanna get paid when I rhyme. This is a brand new day. I got to live one day at a time. This is a brand new day. Cause I wanna get paid when I rhyme.
Two and five is the click. Assassins come quick. Banging ass beats guaranteed hot shit. 2 and 5 is the click. Assassins come quick. You wanna test the crew, boy, you better come equipped. 2 and 5 is the click. Assassins come quick. Banging ass beats guaranteed hot shit. 2 and 5 is the click. Assassins come quick. You wanna test the crew, boy, you get your wig split. 2 and 5 is the click. Assassins come quick. Banging ass beats guaranteed hot shit. 2 and 5 is the click. Assassins come quick. You wanna test the crew, boy, you get your wig split.
I'm incredible, you're not edible, so don't bite it. Grab the mic, all excited.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
G_Paul gifted a tier 1 sub to Joe Jams _. They have given 37 gift subs to the channel.
Y'all listen close to that portable surgery. Like Hitler did the Jews in Germany. Now you heard me. You
try to murder me. Pull your disguises for your asses. Panic views, severe rashes, start to panic. Understand it, assassins, make the figures, pulling triggers and hill figures until your heart crevice. It starts throbbing and aching, knees are shaking, rust like pain when the cooker starts demonstrating. Violence, total silence, retain your focus, inject your doses, overcoats and sprue cast like ghosts. Bring enemies to knees at 80 degrees. Winter of fall, the index squeeze, and the raw. 215 raw from the jaw. Roughnecks and outlaws, on the corner like a final call. Shot confusion like organized to fear the wrath. Now half your body's paralyzed, getting pentagram.
Sound of the 4 pound was found you dead. The mass shells on the ground, a nightmare. You woke up when I spoke up and choked up. Feel no pain like Scarface, I coached up. Blunts get smoked up by the boxes, drop hot. Increase the Fahrenheit. Get off to your parasite, but I began right. Look to the socks, time to the drawers. I'm coming off till I'm going through menopause. Slow it down, flaws, tightness. So cold to catch arthritis. Carrying blankets, feeling insecure like Linus. Hepatitis. I'm deadly against the hepatitis virus. Philly's finest with the touch of trust like Mighty. So deep, 6 feet I study psychology, but I got a higher salary. Think it's fat, I burn them off like calories. Don't worry. Stepping up, let's please take a seat. The best thing out of Philly's cheese.
215 is the click, assassins come thick. Banging ass beats, guaranteed hot shit. 215 is the click, assassins come thick. You wanna test the crew, boy, you better come equipped. 215 is the click, assassins come thick. Banging ass beats, guaranteed hot shit. 215 is the click, assassins come thick. You wanna test the crew, boy, you get your wig split.
Yo, I represent for my clique. Robinson up in this mix. I'm capable of murder.
What a rush.
Dang, it sound like that hill called hamburger. I tight squeeze on MC.
Hello. What's up, early crowd?
Listen, I'm turning rat, you lack. So back up.
Don't tell the other shatters.
In your eye like heavy D, like this coffee. The sugar or cream in my bloodstream. At a party scene, you yelling ho, I'm yelling come clean. So
and gentlemen,
oh man, you're out of luck, kid. Surprise you like they like.
I am Will Neff.
You see me, that's an impossibility.
And coming to you live from my humble stream setup out here in Los Angeles. And I would just like to say something I've never said before. And that is, hey now,
Coming in the industry, making changes.
Hey now.
See yourself, who the hell is these ill adult strangers?
Hey now.
And I comes mad real.
Hey now.
Ciphers, 95 until I'm
Hey now.
When you whack crews, they get threatened.
Hey now.
Till the dumper sweet grave you'll be setting. And it seems you're forgetting. While you was rocking Central Park, we was blowing up the plant on the dog.
What's up, everybody? Good to see you here on a Wednesday afternoon. We're working all goddamn day, but I'm here. How's everybody doing?
You wanna test the crew, boy, you better come equipped.
Hello. Hello. Chief Rose, thank you. Got some sauce today. That's 8 bottles so far. Everybody applaud that guy. He's a hero. Applause for that guy. 8 bottles. God damn. You're cooking through that sauce. What's up, Speed Razor? Assume the victory position. What a throwback. Any ETA on more big bottles.
Get your wig split.
Soon.
1, 2, 1.
Dude,
Dropping the
I saw this bit of news. We lost a hero today. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost a man who showed a lot of us how to be men. Taught us about the tyranny of the government and how simply succulent a Chinese meal could be. Today we lost Jack Carlson, who, if you don't know, is an internet legend. So one more time, Jack Carlson, this one's for you. Let's take a run down memory lane quickly. Where's the original video? Oh, it's all the news of him dying. Oh, here we go.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
American Express investigator followed a man he thought was one of Queensland's most wanted to a Valley restaurant. Minutes later, police had the business surrounded, then sent in a delegation.
We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Democracy Manifest.
And he didn't appreciate the way he was handled.
See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
It took 6 officers to restrain him, whose major concern was the meal he'd left behind.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese
Where's the original clip?
Eventually, they had him in custody.
I believe that it's all to do
Where is the original clip? We need it
with stolen
unedited.
credit cards.
I need that unedited dope. Democracy Manifest. Is this it? Yes.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hand?
How dare.
Ta-ta and farewell.
Ta-ta and farewell.
One cup, look. They even...
It's. I would put that in the conversation of greatest internet video of all time. Jack Carlson. Him reflecting on it was pretty great too, because I think they were wrongfully arresting him, but someone asked him, was like, did they actually grab your penis? And he was like, no, they did not. But in the moment, I felt like I had to say something. Unhand my penis! That's the man. I see you know your judo well. What's the movie tonight? Well, calm down. I usually take a little while to reveal it. I usually do a little song and dance. You know, buy me a drink first. This was from earlier this year. Is this his interview? Hold on.
Is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that one you waiting to receive?
Well, okay, well,
Oh, here we go.
No, I ran into a bank.
Were you hands over there? Ta-ta!
Thank you, Tara.
Were you a bank robber? I've never ever run into a bank or anything like that. I just go in the middle of the night, open a safe.
That's called a bank robber.
Oh, well, I thought bank robbers ran in with guns, things like that.
Well, okay, well, what did you refer to yourself as?
Just a battler, doing the best I can.
Easy on the wine, Jack, easy on the wine. Because you got to remember your stories, don't you? You're looking me dead in the eyes and just drinking the wine anyway. Fair enough. Okay, so obviously, you were having a lovely Chinese meal. What was that like?
Like any good meal. Excellent. Over the space of a year or so, I kept going there.
Was the reason you kept going there because they accepted stolen credit cards?
It wasn't a stolen. That's what the coppers say.
Oh, so the coppers made up the charges against you?
They reckon that I was a criminal or something or other.
You were a criminal. You just talked before about blowing the doors off safes.
A man can reform, surely.
Absolutely.
I haven't broken the law for 50 years or something. Or 30 years.
You might have forgotten a few law breaks in the middle there.
Does anybody have that full interview? I really want to watch that full interview. For the love of God, does anybody have it? Okay, it's called New Zealand Today. Do they have that full? Oh, is this it? No, I want to watch the one where he's interviewed out in front of the car.
We asked him, you know, he was.
Oh, is this it?
Yeah, we were out.
No. Can anybody find that? I think it's called The Project. I really want to watch this full interview. Not the one where he's in the room, the one where he's outside. Chat? Anyone? Chat detectives? Wait, he passed away? Yeah, he died today. This is Democracy Manifest. So he was a bank robber. All right, chat. If someone can find that, you're going to get many kudos, many good stars. Or gold stars, sorry. Hey, at Will Neff, I'm new here and a bit shy. Just want to say that you look strong and healthy. Keep it up, buddy, and thanks for the streams. Hey, I'll take that. I thought that was going to go into that one copy pasta where it's like looking real strong. Democracy. Oh, Vivid Stars. Did you find it? No, I don't think this is the full. Is this the full interview?
Yeah, we were out next in front of an old.
No, see, look, he's talking over it.
Never been apologized.
All right, chat. This is your job.
Wine as well.
He drank a lot.
I want to find this full thing. If anybody can find that full interview, I'm in. I'm dialed. I'm here. I'm ready. Democracy Manifest. A succulent Chinese meal. It might not exist. What? Why wouldn't it? How? That makes no sense. In the meantime,
Just you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. Not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
I'm under what?
ooh, someone's giving away sauce.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before. Why did you do this? Well, what is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? That's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo. Good. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Down here, get your...
Powder.
One top look.
Ta-ta and farewell. Are you waiting to receive my penis?
What is the democracy?
Wait, this looks like it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
It's Guy
Much
Williams.
Browski. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, is this it?
Man, brother.
It is on New Zealand today. Guy Williams, succulent Chinese meal, New Zealand today. Come on, baby. This has to be on the internet somewhere. This has to. Please. Okay, New Zealand today. I found it. Now, it's got to be one of his most popular, right? Come on. Where is it? Found it? God damn it! I can't believe he did this. Wait. Did we find the season? What? Okay, what episode is it? Son of a bitch. Oh.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
What? What? I can't watch it out of the... Okay. New Zealand Today, Season 4, Episode 1. I can't believe I'm pirating New Zealand Today. You fucking... Ah!
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
This is Democracy Manifest. Wait, Southern Hemisphere TV? There's no way this works. Please. Please.
Ever since I was little, I knew that I wanted to be a journalist, to tell stories and change lives. The only thing that got in my way, having no skills or qualifications. But
did we do it?
Let that stop me.
Oh my God, we did it. Oh my God, we did it. This might be the first time this has been watched
and Christchurch
in the Northern Hemisphere.
I'm volunteer journalist Guy Williams, and this is New Zealand Today.
We're so back. Chat, we're so back. I never gave up on it.
Four years ago, the spin-off broke a story that captivated New Zealand. The Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House versus the Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House. Two of Auckland's best restaurants right next to each other that look almost identical.
What?
Cool. And
Mount Albert BBQ Noodle House and the Mount Albert BBQ Noodle House. This is the most New Zealand shit I've ever seen in my life.
Have the exact same name, and no one could decide which one was better. Which one's the best?
Both are equally good.
Oh, fucking hell. Sit on the fence.
Oh, fucking hell.
Mate, but in my search for a winner, I learned of two cousins, Huale and Huan Tuan Chu, torn apart by a bitter business rivalry. A deep family feud that I tried to end by inviting them both to the Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House of the Year Awards. But at the moment of truth, Huan Tuan declined the handshake and walked out. I'd failed to reunite the cousins, and I'd failed to discover which one tasted better. 4 years later, it's time to finally determine which Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House is truly number one.
Holy
with the
shit.
help of an expert in succulent Chinese meals. Carlson, a man infamous for a legendary viral...
This is the best content I've ever seen in my life!
...flip after he was arrested while eating at a Chinese restaurant.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
The legend himself.
Have a look at
the legend himself.
See that chap over
Thank you for that, sir.
Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before. Eating a meal, a succulent Chinese meal. Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Yes.
He passed away today. Yeah, that's why we're watching this. Okay, this man died today. Internet hero. We're finding out the full story. This is New Zealand Today, a show that I had to scour the internet to actually find. I'm pretty sure this is the first time this is being watched in the United States. Whoa!
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off me. Ta-ta! And farewell.
This eccentric criminal is the world's preeminent expert on succulent Chinese meals. If I could find him, I could find out which barbecue noodle house was number one. But first, I had to purchase 2 meals. It was time to return to Mount Albert for the first time in 5 years.
Why can you not watch this on YouTube? I don't know. It's totally region locked. I had to look for it for like 15 minutes.
But when I got inside, former manager Huan Tuan was long gone.
So I've got to ask the big question, where is Huan Tuan?
Huan Tuan has left.
He disappeared.
Oh, he just don't want to work in here anymore.
Do you think Hua Li killed him?
No.
Okay, good, just to check. Did you like the story that I did?
After you making that video, it affect our business
How did it affect your business?
because of the trophy.
Okay, so people
We
thought
rock the Nosh forever.
Wow.
Occupying my broken brain.
The Noodle House of the Year awards made people eat at the other noodle house.
they won.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
We thought you gave to him.
It wasn't because he won. I just wanted to reunite the cousins.
It's really hard because think about it. They're seeing each other every day, having argued really often. How come just one video you can solve the issue? You think it's too easy. But seriously, I hate you in that time. We hate you.
Wait, this is such good content. What the fuck?
That's worse than I. So not only did I not solve the issue, but I created a new issue.
Yes, you did.
I did not mean that at all. I did not mean that at all.
All the customers coming to check the traffic, and then there's no customers working in this one. Because of you, the video, they saw it, they all go into their one. They think that they are the real barbecue noodle house. We are not. We are the fake one.
They're both called Barbecue Noodle House and they're next door to one another.
It was clear that Alice hated me.
We hate you.
My story had hurt their business because everyone assumed Huali next door owned the best restaurant.
The Mount Albert BBQ Noodle House and the Mount Albert BBQ Noodle House. That is fucking crazy.
Only because he took home the trophy. But when I went next door to confront Huale, I learned that he too was without a trophy.
Hey, really nice to meet you again, mate. How are you?
Go. Hi, guy.
Really nice to meet you. What's your name?
Leo.
Leo, you'll be translating?
Yes, I'll translate for you today.
How have things been since my story 2 years ago?
Very good. He says very good.
You don't need to translate that bit.
Yeah.
Great job.
It is a log cabin inside the Mount Albert BBQ Noodle House. Why is it a log cabin?
Albert Barbecue Noodle House still number one?
Barbecue noodle number one.
Because next door, they say it's them.
No, next door, he copy name, copy menu, copy license.
So this one is number one?
Yeah.
Over there, number two?
Number three.
Number three.
You got the trophy.
That's a one night, two teenage. He come and take it away.
What?
They stole his trophy! Dude, New Zealand is wild.
Stole the trophy. That's terrible. Now, can I say, fuck those teens.
My dad said it's not gonna help us to get a trophy back.
Strong point.
The trophy was stolen by some teens I wanted to fuck. I couldn't believe that this crappy prize, originally belonging to Jono and Ben for winning Celebrity Family Feud, which I stole to bring the cousins closer together, had actually caused a family feud. It had affected Alice's business, and Huan was gone. The legendary Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle Houses needed me now more than ever. But I had a plan,
This is so
and
good.
I couldn't wait to introduce them to their savior.
Check this out. It's a man getting arrested.
This is the
No. He's showing them the fucking internet meme video of the guy being arrested leaving a Chinese food restaurant. Dude, I am in bizarro world right now. This is the greatest content on the internet.
manifest. This is the bloke who got me on the penis, big boy.
You translate?
I can't translate.
Can you translate, get your hands off my penis?
把你的手从我那个下面那边拿开，从底下拿开，把你的手拿开。Oh.
I'm going to go to Australia to get this man to pick which is number one. It's a good idea, right?
You can try, but I don't think you will date it.
Do you not have faith in me? I'm Guy Williams.
Yes, you are.
I caught the Invercargill pool pooper.
I know you are.
By the way, thanks for the hype train, guys. I appreciate you.
Louis' mayoralty campaign.
I understand, but I don't think so. Seriously.
No one liked my plan, but that hasn't stopped me in the past. So I purchased a succulent Chinese meal from each restaurant and set off to Australia to find Jack Carlson. But getting food products past Australia's strict border security requires some creative tactics.
No, dude. No. Wait, spread asshole at 7 minutes? 6 seconds from now?
I don't know if I feel comfortable about this.
Do it right, then we'll find it. Oi, don't forget the soy sauce.
Can't we just buy that over there?
No.
Thank you, anonymous gifter. I appreciate you so much. Holy smokingtons, 20 gifted. That's some big juice.
Wow,
there's no way there's a spread asshole on television.
I can't do it.
All right, screw it. I'll do it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Oh, it's
Love ya.
Hurry up. After many hours traveling,
Okay, it was blurred. It was blurred.
I made it to Brisbane with my Chinese meals safely in hand and headed into the outback to Jack Carlson's last known location, the small town of Kaminya, where I stopped at a pub to ask about a local character.
I'm here looking for a man named Jack.
Jack? Is that Jack Daniels?
But what I found...
Guys, thank you so much for the hype train. I really appreciate you. Keeping the lights on out here in California.
Was a cinematic universe.
What do you do for a living?
You won't fucking believe it. I fuck around with quails.
What?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
This is great to New Zealand has such a great show in 8 months while time flies.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
What did that man just say?
Was a cinematic universe.
What do you do for a living?
You won't fucking believe it. I fuck around with quails.
You won't fucking believe it. I fuck around with quails.
Cinematic universe.
What do you do for a living?
You won't fucking believe it. I fuck around with quails.
Okay. Hassan did Australia all wrong. You need to go find bogans and just talk to them. Bogans are not like what? Unreal. Unreal.
What the fuck are you up to?
I'm just having a quiet beer after a hard day labouring away on the farm, chasing the cows and that.
The Bellevue pub, it's a great pub. You can drink here if you've got a criminal background or
a criminal background. AD Machine 52. That's my favorite chatter, folks. I know I did this bit last night, but he's the best one. All the other chatters are saying this. D Machine, the best chatter. Everybody knows it.
police background.
You video me? How come when did that start happening? Bloody Jesus Christ! Anything happens in Kaminya, doesn't it?
Holy shit! I am
think I
at an 11 right now.
Well, you have always been a big inspiration for my improv journey.
Oh, hell yeah. Keep that improv going.
That guy was telling me he was a cow chaser.
Wait, the name of this town is Kaminya? The name of this town is actually Kaminya? Stop. There is not a town in Australia called Kaminya.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
actually a policeman.
He's the only policeman that's ever arrested me on several occasions that I really like.
What did he arrest you for?
Well, I was tied up with a couple of bad bikie murders. Which
What the?
That's very cool.
Bikie murders? He's in a biker gang? Okay, there's a fly here, and I'm trying to think the best way to kill him. Oh, I think I hit him. I think I winged him.
Fuck!
Yeah, what the fuck? Well, I was training a bandito bikie to box, and he went on a killing spree.
I'm sorry. What?
The guy who done the killing wanted to bury the poor victim on my property. I said, no fucking way, and I moved a body. And the guy...
And I moved a body.
That was killed was actually a friend of mine also. And it was the night of my 58th birthday. Yeah, so I done serious jail time where I met Jack.
What, you met Jack in prison?
I met Jack in prison.
Oh my God, he met fucking the succulent Chinese meal guy. Lots of nude at 17 minutes. What is New Zealand today?
And now,
is it censored nude or is it full nude?
Now he drinks here. He's a lovely guy, but...
my man said lots of nude.
He doesn't like paying his restaurant bills.
there.
Thanks to a tip-off from the local accomplice, I was on my way, deeper into the outback, to the block of land where Jack was said to be living. It was finally time to get these succulent Chinese meals tasted by the expert, a true Australian icon, Jack Carlson.
This show is so good.
My quest to find Mount Albert's most succulent Chinese meal had taken me all the way to Kamunya, where I was about to meet
The name of the town is actually Kamunya.
infamous Aussie outlaw, Jack Carlson.
Jack, it is really nice to meet you, sir.
Let me say, likewise.
You don't even know who I am.
You look all right to me.
I want to be this man when I grow up. This guy is so bizarre and crazy.
So the reason I came is because I wanted you to try a succulent Chinese meal.
This is magnificent. What Chinese shop did you get that from?
So here I have a meal from the Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House and
Hey,
another
Will,
meal
I think
from the
this
Mount
is the
Albert
guy who
Barbecue
directed
Noodle House.
Tickled.
Oh, really? No, I don't. It's not. I don't think it's a different guy.
Right.
And what I need you to do is tell us which one.
Malabar Newhouse. How far away is
No,
that?
the Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House.
Let me decide when I am in a mood of appetizer.
You're not in a mood.
I won't be able to do that tonight.
Unfortunately, Jack wasn't in the mood of appetizer for a couple of bum
A mood of appetizer.
smuggled Chinese meals. So we agreed to meet the next day after a long sleep and
Bro, this guy is pickled. Like, he has drank so much, he is just pickled.
finally get Jack to do what he does best.
Oh, eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
He said it! Rest in peace, King. Rest in peace. Rest in power.
Oh.
Your voice is absolutely beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. You know that.
Well, I didn't know that. I'm not a p***.
I wasn't saying you're a p***. And for start, what's wrong with being a p***?
Oh, God, who wants to dick up their ass?
It was definitely time to...
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
call it a night.
Farewell and ta-ta.
Ta-ta!
And with those famous words still ringing in my ears, I returned the next morning with my hopefully still succulent Chinese meals, excited to talk with the world's leading expert, erotic artist, and star of that legendary video, Jack Carlson.
Tell us about the time when you
Wait, is the nudity just paintings? If it's just paintings, we're fine.
made the legendary video, 1991.
So what was I doing then? Making love to a beautiful woman called... can't even remember her name, but she was a sister of the Premier of Queensland.
Wow, that's a fancy lady to be making love to.
Yeah.
Well, can you describe her a little bit?
Oh, painted her. No clothes. Actually, that Democracy Manifest arrest, she come and paid the bail to get me out.
Oh.
I probably was thinking, well, here it is again. They're doing the same thing all over again. The police run in with guns and handcuffs. I thought, well, let's make a show of all this.
Fuck yeah. And boy, did you make a show.
Get your hand off my penis!
Did someone actually grab you on the penis that day?
Nah.
Okay, well, why did you say that then?
Because I'm being arrested. You should be able to say things like that, shouldn't you?
There was a rumor that part of the reason for the rant was that you were trying to get booked into a insane asylum.
Oh, I said that, yeah.
You said that to the ABC?
Yeah, yeah.
Were you talking shit?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, wow.
But
That's very cool.
This
guy
dude
is a legend.
This dude is as about chaotic neutral as you can get. This is the definition of chaotic neutral. This man is chaos.
I have been in a...
Insane asylum.
Yeah, they got me. I was drilling into a safe.
What?
Drilling to put me gelignite in.
we're going to rewind a lot here. What, they caught you drilling into a safe to put gelignite into a safe?
There's a scrappy. I started drilling and they ran in, they got me arrested.
Yeah, you started, obviously they arrested you. That seems highly illegal to put gelignite into a safe.
But anyway, the story is...
You can't say but anyway, those are key details.
They got me back to the police station at Ipswich. I just went.
Well,
pulled it out.
Okay, good.
Hit me again, I love it. You dirty, filthy copper dog.
And you were jacking it?
Yeah.
And you were jacking it. Yeah. Get me again, you copper dogs. Fucking just pulling on his meat.
I said he's fucking mad.
Again, Jack, you're saying this like, obviously.
I don't take no shit
Yes.
from anyone.
Hey dude. Hope you at least recognize
Yeah,
my
of course. Hey,
username.
what's up?
Got laid off on Monday and I'm in a pretty dark place now.
Oh, man.
Thank you for going live.
Oh, no
Always
worries,
lifts
dude.
my spirits. Love you, chat.
I'm sorry
See
to
ya.
hear about that, brother. That's tough. Hope you find a new one quick.
So what you're saying...
But also, enjoy the time off. I know that's always hard in between jobs to just enjoy the space because you're so anxious about your next job, but try and enjoy the space. Go ground yourself. Get outside.
Is you masturbated at the police station while you're getting beaten, you beat it in order to seem insane, so you go to an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go to an insane asylum?
Easy to escape from, which I did the next day.
This guy is chaos.
That is absolute genius. You started that story just...
He's like Han Solo if Han Solo was a total drunk piece of shit.
Casually, like you were breaking into a safe.
Yeah.
Were you a bank robber?
I've never ever run into a bank or anything like that. I just go in the middle of the...
Less than 3 movie night.
We actually kind of have some banger choices for movie tonight. I'll tell you right after we're done with this. But I don't want anybody to be distracted. I want to be here in this moment.
No, I open a safe.
Yeah, that's called a bank robber.
Oh, well, I thought bank robbers ran in with guns. Things like that.
What did you...
Thank you so much for all these subs, guys. I appreciate you. Sev is all right, and Hattie Flanagan.
You refer to yourself as?
Just a battler, doing the best I can.
Just a battler.
Easy on the wine, Jack, easy on the wine. Because you got to remember your stories, don't you? You're looking me dead in the eyes and just drinking the wine anyway. Fair enough. Okay, so on the day, you were having a lovely Chinese meal. What was that like?
Like any good meal. Excellent. Over the space of a year or so, I kept going there.
Was the reason you kept going there because they accepted stolen credit cards?
It wasn't a stolen. That's what the coppers say.
Oh, so the coppers made up the charges against you?
They reckon that I was a criminal or something or other.
You were a criminal. You just talked before about blowing the doors off safes.
A man can reform, surely.
Absolutely.
A man can reform, surely.
I haven't broken the law for 50 years or something. Or 30 years.
You might have forgot a few law breaks in the middle there.
Not too much.
No more. I reckon you heard enough. All right, you beat me to it again. When did you learn how to paint?
He's just chugging wine.
In Bugger Road jail.
Oh, you learned to paint in jail?
No, it was Long Bay.
Okay, you went to Long Bay and you learned how to paint. Got it.
A bloke called Billy Taylor
taught you how to paint.
He said to me,
do you want to learn how to paint? What are you trying to say with your art?
Yeah, wow, I'm not trying to say anything.
Thanks for 4 years of
paint
life, well.
because I love it. I love painting.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Water's Poison.
Particularly naked women.
Every time you say something meaningful, it's going so nice, and then you have to, like, make it weird at the end.
And that lady there is beautiful.
We all love our sound operator, but she's married, so we can't talk to you.
Who you married to? Is your husband here?
Jack, I don't think she's married
I'm
to a
on the
man.
same wavelength as this guy right now.
I'm not married to a man. Oh, my God.
Huh?
She's married to a woman.
Oh, you're one of them. Good on you.
Good save.
Good on ya.
Good save, Jack. Good save.
I remember once that I had two ladies that loved each other. And I took them back to my boat down there. And we all done a threesome.
Yeah.
This is the greatest content I have ever broadcast on this channel.
Oh, we knew where that was going. You don't have to say the final bit. Why did I disappoint you there? I felt like I was doing good interviewing.
She was a good woman.
Is she okay?
I do appreciate you blokes coming here.
I appreciate it too. Jack, you don't realise that you're famous in New Zealand. You're famous around the world.
Am I?
Yes. Are you proud of the video you made?
I'm not proud. I didn't even know I'd done it. Until 10 years later, someone showed me.
It's one of the greatest scenes in Australian history.
Yeah.
Love the content and can't wait for what's to come.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
killing it.
Thank you, Fetty Waspen.
Well, how do I get a quid out of this?
Well, what about this? What about your art? You're a talented artist, Jack.
So apparently they started a GoFundMe for this guy after this episode, and it went crazy.
You were born to paint, and you're world famous. You got a vape now.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Neff.
This is one of the greatest interviews I've ever seen.
Well, none of you smoke.
Now, there was a reason why I was here. The Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House.
Oh, God.
What do you mean, oh, God?
Why it's so important to you?
Because in New Zealand, we don't have a lot going on. I feel like you don't want to do this.
I'm not going to eat it.
Why not?
Christ, you've had it in your pack for a week or so, haven't you?
That is a strong point. We don't want to make you sick. What if we did something for you, a favour?
Such as?
Well, you said that your issue with your fame is that you aren't able to monetize it. Well, what if we helped you sell one of your paintings?
I'd love it.
I think we have a deal.
Okay.
We struck a deal. Jack was a master of painting, specializing in naked women, specifically the breasts. If I could help him sell a painting, he would taste the food and decide once and for all which barbecue noodle house was Mount Albert's most succulent Chinese meal.
One of my favorite ones is this lady here, where I noticed you've put perfect detail into the boobies, but almost no effort into the face.
You like a tit.
Yeah.
There were many artworks to choose from, and I spent many hours carefully deliberating. But I finally settled on a stunning interpretation of his iconic...
Where is this art? Where is this? Dude, I need it.
On a stunning
I need it. I must have it.
Interpretation of his iconic video, which he kindly agreed to sign.
What year is it?
2023. Cheers, Jack.
All right, blokes. I love you.
Love you too, mate.
I love that woman there.
Yeah.
For the comfort of our female crew member, we rushed back to Kamunya, back to the tavern, where I knew the locals would be more than willing to help chip in for one of Jack's iconic paintings.
No, don't fucking give him any money.
Fuck up, Darren.
After 2 hours in the pub, we'd raised over $62. And if you combine that with the $1,500 of my money, we had $1,562. We had done it. We had enough to buy...
Okay. If there are any Australians in my chat near Kamenya, go to this bar and offer them $2,000 for this, and I will buy it. I will buy this instantaneously.
Of Jack's iconic paintings.
You still fucking moving, bro! What the hell?
And with my side of the deal taken care of, I could finally get Jack to taste the succulent Chinese meals and decide which Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House is truly...
Bro, ain't no one near Kamenya. You never know. You never know.
Number one. After spending days tracking him down and selling his painting, Jack Carlson was about to decide once and for all which Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House served the most succulent Chinese meals.
Jack, I sold a painting.
Only 2K? Damn, well, I guess you don't want it that badly. My brother in Christ.
Yeah. How much?
Just over 1,500.
You want another one?
Look, no, it was quite hard.
Jack was thrilled to sell one of his beautiful works of art. And finally...
He is hammered.
Profit off the iconic video he'd made all those years ago.
A succulent Chinese penis!
And he agreed to hold up his end of the bargain and sample our Chinese meals, which were nice and warm from days in the outback sun. This was a moment where New Zealand would have the answer to a question they've been waiting on for over 5 years. Which Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House was the true #1? Which Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House served the most succulent Chinese meal?
Our entire nation waits with bated breath. He's done it. He has made his decision, ladies and gentlemen, and the winner of New Zealand's most succulent Chinese meal, the one that we're all trying to find out if we haven't. Are these labelled? Carl, can you just come have a look at this for a second? If we...
What one was on the bottom?
Jack, do you know which one was on the bottom?
No.
I couldn't believe it. Due to an administrative error that I blame on Kyle.
Hey, what the hell, man?
Kyle, please get out of the VO booth.
Sorry.
The results were inconclusive, but I didn't care.
I cared. You tried to get me to smuggle food in my ass.
Jack taught me a valuable lesson about friendship.
I do appreciate you blokes coming here.
And about people coming together.
And we all done a threesome.
Yeah. We rushed back to the hotel to pack our things.
Don't forget the soy sauce. Bombs away.
And journeyed back to New Zealand, back to Mount Albert, where finally the two Mount Albert barbecue noodle houses could meet in the middle and shake hands for the first time.
It's quite nice, eh? It's quite nice.
Because in this race, there's no second place.
I don't think we need this sign anymore. No, that's not the right one. Sorry about that.
We all done a threesome! Holy!
Everyone gets a trophy. And just like that, the feuding Mount Albert barbecue noodle houses were feuding no more. Because it doesn't matter which is better. These two legendary Auckland rivals achieved greatness through competition, driving each other to become #1. And that makes us the winners, the people who get to enjoy their succulent Chinese meals. Even if they have been smuggled across borders and left for days in the unforgiving Australian heat.
I can officially declare that the Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House and the Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House are officially New Zealand's most succulent Chinese meal.
Whoa! It's my birthday in 1 hour and I lose my parents' health insurance.
My parents' health insurance. It's the big 26.
Oh, that message was kind of a mixed bag. Well, happy birthday.
We did it, guys. But one question still remains. What happened to Huan Chu?
I was actually just thinking that.
Shh. Turns out Huan moved across town, about 35 metres, to a new Mount Albert barbecue noodle house.
No! No. 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 No.
Movie.
No.
Special
No.
thanks every Wednesday you're here. Neff bang.
Thank you so much. There's no way.
Across town, about
2 barbecue noodle houses.
35 metres to a new...
He opened up a new barbecue noodle house across the street?
Mount Albert Barbecue Noodle House. I spoke to him off camera and he seemed really happy.
Antoine, it's really nice to see you again.
He had a little more space between him and his cousin. And he's still making Chinese meals as succulent as ever before. Guy Williams, New Zealand Today. Next week on New Zealand Today, I tracked down a Kiwi icon.
I was just sitting at home having some dots and then the police come up.
And an Australian one.
People are entitled to their sexual proclivities, but I ain't spending any time on it.
This show is incredible. This show is fucking incredible. I gotta go through and watch all this. Anyway, rest in peace to an absolute legend, Jack Carlson. We all done a threesome. Chat, we all done a threesome. Rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wax up your cornholes because it's movie night. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I like to separate the films we watch into a few separate categories.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
First of which is Criterion Cinema. Films from around the world that you might not have seen in your everyday. The second are classics.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Films that remind us why we go to the movies. And the third category is bullshit that I just enjoy. And it's rare that a movie ticks all three of those boxes. Tonight we're going to be watching one of my favorite movies of all time.
May everyone keep their
One of
hands
the
off his
dumbest good movies ever made. A film by an absolute auteur. A film that would shatter the box office in 1984. A film known simply as The Gremlins. We're watching Gremlins, baby! Let's fucking go. Dude, when I saw this, come on, the YouTube free movies,
Cool.
I was so excited I could barely breathe. This theme, how has no one ever made a techno remix of the Gremlins theme? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, if you don't know this movie
Oh yeah,
is
wow, that's very
an
cool.
absolute delight. It is a Christmas movie. Strangely, it is a horror film. It's a comedy, and it's an absolute disaster of a good film. It is one of those movies that should not work, but it does work. And it is very classic. I think it's filmed in the same town set as Back to the Future too. So you might recognize some of this set. Dance with it. There's no way. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is a really fun movie. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. It is just a good time. If you haven't seen it before, we can all kind of laugh at this one. Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. So you know, we try and pepper up the experience, change the experience a little bit, and this one is just
I'm a stud.
very good.
I'm
Yes.
ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
I've been waiting for Stargate for weeks now, Sag.
I am sorry.
Yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Okay.
Hola, guapo people, hey, Will.
There is another movie available, but I think we will watch this next week. Probably
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
This will be my first viewing of Gremlins. I'm very excited it's with this community.
We might do a double feature tonight. Who knows? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very good about the stream. Next week, however, I think the film will be Kubrick's Barry Lyndon. Very long film. So get ready for that. Ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for movie night. As you know, we have a few things we like to observe, some rules. I will be using YouTube free movies. I will be disabling alerts. I will be turning off bits. I will be splitting the audio and doing all kinds of things like that to protect us from DMCA. But also we use YouTube free movies, which is why we are able to do this. It's a legal gray area because this movie is licensed to be consumed for free by the general internet. In case you have any questions, there's always a few people who have questions. How am I doing this? Why are you doing this? Are you my dad? So I answer some of those now. But if you want to subscribe, I appreciate you. You can, but don't feel like you have to during movie night. However, ads will still run because I don't want to lose my ad incentive. So if you're someone who doesn't want to suffer a few ads, you would probably receive maybe one ad during an hour and a half long movie. You can subscribe now or ask people politely, hey, can I get one of them gifted subs? Anyway, or you can just get an ad blocker.
I am legally required to do this.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Gremlins.
Well, do you want to go halves on the painting? Yes. Whoa! Dr. Winston Boogie, thank you. Sir Schnitty, thank you. And Quantum Fork, thank you. Appreciate it. So we have a set of rules that we like to observe. It's 3 minutes long. During this set of rules, if you have seen these before, feel free to get a blanket, turn off the lights, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all the things you need to do, use the restroom because we won't be pausing the movie once it starts. If you haven't seen these rules, you might want to check them out. But after these rules, we'll be watching the 1987 classic.
That's cool.
Kai Capua gifted a tier 1 sub to AUG Phantom 420.
Thank you.
They have given 6 gift subs in the channel.
Can I pull my dick out? That's actually a really interesting question that you ask, and the video should address your questions. Here, take a look.
It's a groovy time for a movie time. So grab your gap.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
White Peepo _ Dini gifted a tier 1 sub to Xylius. They have given 82 gift subs in the channel.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Muazu gifted a tier 1 sub to im _ Deep Fried Water.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Kai Capua gifted a tier 1 sub to Kiki Cat. They have given 7 gift subs in the channel.
What are these rules? Remember to keep your shoes on at all times. Don't pull your penis out unless you really need to. Indecent exposure is a class 2 felony. Don't talk once. Don't talk once. You gave me a wasn't. Don't let it work out. We still have a fucking money. Do the nuts get caught out the seat to follow you while sitting there. I am everywhere at once. I will kill.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
NJD in 1993 gifted a tier 1 sub to Orgasmic. They have given 6 gift subs in the channel.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Only Dogs Can Judge Me gifted a tier 1 sub to Lilian 6. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Yes. That's right. To the gentleman who asked if he could take his dick out, as you can see, the rules are unless you really need to. I'm sorry, that's not permitted. Anyway, guys, this is a long-standing tradition. This is one of my favorite things we do in our community is our Wednesday night film nights. Haas, are you here? I see you doing something there. Haas, we have now intros for film nights. We also have intros for our news night. You want to just play that real fast before we get into it while I do some setup? You want to just, you could if you wanted to, even though we're not doing that. It'd be fun. I don't know if he has the wrong one.
You will never in Japan, you will never be Japanese. You will never find the love of your life in Japan who looks like this and is a cutie pie. Japanese girl, you will never be the protagonist in an anime. You will never have superpowers that allow you to overcome your most greatest dreams. You will always be a loser. What a wave! Neff in Japan, 日本人にはなれない。あんな目が探してる嘘の可愛い日本人の彼女も見つからない。アニメの主人公もなれない。あんなアニメの主人公にもなれない。あなたは最大の試練を克服する超能力を持つこともない。あなたはいつも負け犬のままだ。なんてオタクだ。ネフが日本にいる。He's a we wanna loser, we the loser. We'll never in Japan. You will never in Japan. You will never be Japanese. You will never find the love of your life in Japan who looks like this and is a cutie pie. Japanese girl, you will never be the protagonist in an anime. You will never have superpowers that allow you to overcome your most greatest dreams. You will always be a loser. なんとかくだ。We'll never in Japan. We'll never in Japan. なんて負け犬だ。He's a we なんて負け犬だ。Weak loser, weak loser, weak loser. We'll never in Japanese. We'll never in Japan.
It's so long.
We'll never sorry.
There's a third verse.
Just on the stream, what is going on?
Jesus Christ. All right, alerts are gone. Chat is gone. Bits are gone. Desktop audio is All right, now it is time for the class part of the film class. We just watched Gremlins. Someone asked, you don't have copyright issues, question mark. I always want to answer this. I use YouTube free movies. I split the audio, and then we don't make a copy of the VOD. You can never watch the VOD. So it's a legal gray area because those movies are licensed by YouTube to watch for free. But essentially, that's how I do this if you ever want to do it on your channel. So that movie is Bizarro World. It is so unusual. It is it's such an interesting movie, and the crazy thing is Steven Spielberg worked on that movie, which is why you see so many Spielberg references in it, and it's just top to bottom one of the most insane movies of all time, I think. It is just so insane. Joe Dante was the one who directed this, by the way. Spielberg didn't direct it, but I think he like produced it, right? Or something like that. I don't know. It is a bizarre film, and the funniest thing is the second one gets infinitely more bizarre. There is a second movie. If you haven't seen it, there's a sketch about the second movie that is just like it's a Key and Peele sketch, and basically anything strange that could have been done in a movie is done in the movie. But yeah, I think this is a film that only really exists in the 80s. Obviously, the practical in this movie is so unbelievably well thought out and holds up, and the movie still has this kind of like very fun viewing experience and actually is still pretty chilling. There are parts of that movie that are still very scary 40 some odd years later. It's, you know, magic of practical film, but they must have all been smoking weed. I don't know if there is a making of Gremlins like video on the internet that explains what the hell was going on in that movie, or why they were allowed to make the decisions they made. Is this a
literally in the pot of movie?
And all right, we might watch a little bit of the making of, because I actually don't know this story.
Writing samples coming in, and we were very excited, and Stevie was reading a bunch of them.
I just took about 20 scripts home for the weekend, and literally in the pile was this thing called Gremlins. And I noticed the name of the writer. There are not a lot of writers named Chris Columbus. I didn't know whether that was a nom de plume, whether he was hiding his actual identity, but I was very intrigued with the script. I read it and I said, this is like a candy store. This is like every delightful piece of devilish comedy horror I've ever read before. And so I bought the script.
Director Joe Dante acknowledged some parents were upset after taking their children to see Gremlins in the theaters. Yeah, isn't this the film that like created PG-13? Am I crazy in saying that? I think that is part of the lore. But like this movie like acknowledged kids were upset. This movie traumatized a generation.
I would sleep at night with my arm draped over the bed, and there were mice. So every now and then I would wake up in the middle of the night with a mouse sort of brushing by my hand. And I had this fear of them starting to nibble on my fingers. And I thought, well, there's nothing really more frightening than these tiny little creatures. So I just started thinking about it, and that's where the idea of Gremlins originated.
You gotta watch out for the foreigners, because they plant gremlins in their machinery. That's the same gremlins brought down our planes in the big one.
I remember my dad used to spend most of his Saturday afternoons under the car in our garage, and he would always talk about the gremlins in the car that were causing it not to work and causing it to break down. So it was that idea of gremlins, these things that cause mayhem, that really sort of started the whole writing process.
I have a story to tell. Yeah, I know. Who hadn't got a story?
I spent a lot of time in Chinatown in New York as a student because it was cheap to get dinners and lunches there. And there were always these shops, always these little side alleys and really interesting places that sold things that I didn't see in many other, you wouldn't see in your average Dwayne Reed, right? So I was kind of obsessed with these little tiny stores that I was too nervous and a little too afraid to go into. So I thought, well, wouldn't it be interesting if you found one of these kind of odd pets in this Chinese shop? At the same time, I knew that these cuddly creatures were going to turn into these horrific monsters, but I didn't know what to call it.
Has it got a name, Dad?
Yeah, Mogwai.
What?
I went to a bookstore, actually, and found a Chinese-American dictionary. And I looked up the name Devil, and Devil was Mogwai. And that's where I came up with the name Mogwai. So I started writing it, and I wouldn't go out with my friends. I wouldn't really do anything. I was obsessed with writing the screenplay. And the first draft of the movie was a very hard R-rated horror film. Basically, the cute little Mogwai were accidentally fed after midnight, and they turned into these horrible gremlins, and it was really tough stuff. Billy's mother's head was cut off, and it rolled down the stairs.
Dude, I want to see that. Yeah, I like how you called it a hard R, too. Dude, if they remake the Gremlins, they should just go R-rated. They should just say fuck it and let Ari Aster direct.
The Gremlins all went into a McDonald's at one point and ate all the people but left the food at all of the tables. So it was dark and twisted and a lot of fun to write. And I sent it to my agent, and he sent it to maybe 45 to 50 producers, and everyone rejected it. But maybe about 6 to 8 weeks after the script was sent out, my roommate, who is now my producing partner, answered the phone, and he said,
"Can you imagine having your script rejected by everyone in Hollywood, and then your agent's like, there's one guy that's interested in it. Oh yeah, who's that? Steven Spielberg."
Steven Spielberg's on the phone. I said, nah, don't lie to me. He said, no, the guy says he's Steven Spielberg. So I was very cynical. I picked up the phone. I said, yeah, okay, who is this? And he's like, this is really Steven Spielberg. And it was Steven telling me how much he loved the script. And he asked me to come out to LA and meet with him. And that's basically the beginning of how it all started.
Gremlins, huh? Little monsters.
I was still kind of curious because based on Steven's body of work, this hard R-rated movie did not...
Keep saying hard R-rated. Dude, I love how Steven Spielberg did E.T., Jaws, and it was like, you know what I need to make? The Gremlins.
Not seem like the kind of movie that Steven Spielberg or Amblin were going to make. And as we started to talk about it, and as we met a few more times, I realized that his goal was to make it more audience-friendly and still maintain its satirical edge. And it was really smart, really taught me a lot about
Thank you for the raid, Jay Dilla. Hope all is well, man. Love you, miss you.
The needs of an audience. And Steven came up with one idea that I think solidified the commercial success of the movie, which was one of the gremlins not turning into a bad gremlin. In my script, they were all bad. But he felt that one gremlin should stay true to his original...
And damn was he right, because Gizmo is the truth.
Mogwai form and basically become Billy's companion and sidekick during the course of this film. And that gremlin was Gizmo. So that really turned the movie around and made the film sort of much more accessible to an audience and much more emotional.
Still. Oops, sorry.
I think
that's Spielberg, baby. Put some respect on his name. If Spielberg gives you script notes, you take them.
I wrote 7 to 8, maybe 10 drafts of the thing. And the movie continued to get better and better. And I realized, well, the key to writing really is rewriting. And at some point, Mike Fennell and Joe Dante came on board.
I picked Joe Dante because these two movies he made, one called Piranha and the other called The Howling, had this kind of an aside. It sort of winked at the contemporary culture, and especially the culture of movies.
Just a couple of crosses, and then as we pull back, then people can come in from behind camera and everything. Yeah. You know, I don't want it to be real sudden, but I don't want to get the sudden feeling that, oh, I know what they're going to do. There's going to be a lot of people. You know, we just sort of gradual it up.
Joe knows movies so intimately, and he was really able to capture a kind of Norman Rockwellian spirit, but it would be Norman Rockwell on the dark side of Norman Rockwell. Joe took that sense of American illustration art and he turned it on its head. and had a great time doing it.
Yeah, you definitely did that.
That's for the big shot.
No, it's for them coming in.
Ah, now all you have to do is explain it to me. Okay, fine.
The Gremlins script arrived in the mail at my ratty Hollywood office, where I was barely holding on, and I was wondering where my next job was coming from. And incongruously, this envelope comes from Steven Spielberg, which I assume is obviously gone to the wrong address.
So we read this thing, and it was like, oh my God, this is incredible. But how are we going to do it? It's impossible. This is, of course, 30 years ago. This is the pre-digital era.
Yeah.
So I drew up some storyboards, and I went to visit him when he was mixing E.T., and I showed him my storyboards, and we talked about it a little bit. And I found myself being attached now to this picture that was ostensibly going to be made by Steven. And I think that Steven's concept for fantasy films was that they played more believably if the actors weren't that familiar, and that the audience would get over the idea that they're watching so-and-so and just get into the characters.
Dad, it's really neat. Where did you get this?
Some little junk store in Chinatown.
Can I pick them up, Dad?
Sure, go ahead.
When it came time to audition for Gremlins, I basically had done 2 or 3 credits, 1 lead in a movie, and was kind of considered one of those young New York kind of up-and-coming type actors. So when I got the call for a Spielberg movie, I was very excited. That's kind of how it was pitched to me. It was going to be this new Spielberg project. And
little did I know it would be the fucking Gremlins.
And, it was very hush-hush. People didn't really know anything about it. It was called Gremlins. We couldn't show you the script. It's far too confidential. So the only thing that I got for the first audition was the scene in which Phoebe and I are talking about Christmas, and then I ask her out for a date at the end. And for the final audition, I sat down, and sitting right across from me was Phoebe. They kind of paired us together. And I was really quite nervous, but Phoebe was so sunny and happy and completely unnervous that kind of calmed me down a little bit.
Kate,
she just seemed so confident. But apparently at the end of the audition, I put my head on Phoebe's shoulder, and I kind of like looked up like, and went like sigh, like it was what a romantic scene, and how pretty is this girl, and how happy am I doing this audition and everything.
When Zach put his head on Phoebe's shoulder, it was something between the takes. They weren't reading the scene. We actually thought, oh, look, he's already in love with her. And it was that moment that we saw that...
Yeah, we all were, man. Have you seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Come on.
They had a great chemistry.
Night, Billy.
They didn't involve me much in casting. I was the writer, so I was just happy to be invited to the set whenever I was allowed to come to the set. So I would just hear who was cast, and I was particularly excited about Hoyt Axton. I loved his music, and I know his mother had written Heartbreak Hotel for Elvis Presley, so I was a huge
Hold on.
music fan.
Hoyt Axton's music. Hoyt Axton.
Well, I've never been to Spain. But I kinda like the music. Here the ladies are insane there, and they sure know how to use it. They don't abuse it. They'll never ever lose it. I can't refuse it.
Why does this slap?
Oh, well, I've never been to England, but I kinda like the Beatles. Oh, I'm headed for Las Vegas. Oh, we really have to need us. Can you feel it? It's gotta be real. It feels so good. It feels so good.
Thank you.
What a bop. Hoyt Axton?
Some people say I'm a knockout, Others say I'm no good, but I'm just a natural born traveling man, doing what I think I should.
Three Dog Night?
Doing what I think I should.
Oh,
and I don't
he's in a group called Three Dog Night.
Spend it as fast as I can.
Oh no, he's not in this. They did his song. Mama told me not to come. I'm gonna come.
An addict, still am. So I was very anxious to meet him, and I was really excited when he was cast.
I want to say something nice about
Go
it.
ahead. Here's the
I don't have any awards. They're not ready yet. But one of the greatest experiences of my life as an actor, and I have been an actor all week, and I like it a lot, has been working with Mr. Dante.
You'll hear readings like this every 5 minutes.
He's an incredible human being, and
a great American.
So far, the checks haven't bounced, and I'm very glad to be here. Thank you, Joe.
See, Gex, thank you so much. I'm going to turn the alerts back on.
Casting of Hoyt Axton was one of the keys to the success of the movie because he's such an incredibly natural actor. You never really get the sense that he's ever forcing anything. Like the classic scene where he gives me Gizmo and explains the rules to me. I don't want to say he ad-libbed it, but Joe was like, you just say it however you would say it. Just make sure that you explain the rules in a way so that nothing's left out. So Hoyt would take the script, he would kind of like...
Whoa. I don't remember Gizmo looking like that. What the fuck? Yo, who gave Gizmo acid, bro? That Mogwai tripping off acid. That boy needs some milk. The script, he would kind of like, at least for that sec, he'd kind of throw it away and go, all right, so there's 3 things that you can't do.
Number one, he hates bright lights. We know that. But you got to keep him out of the sunlight. Sunlight will kill him. Number 2, keep him away from water. Don't give him any water to drink. And whatever you do, don't give him a bath.
And I was watching him going, this guy is so natural. It's like he's doing nothing.
And probably the most important thing, don't ever feed him after midnight.
The mother was Frances Lee McCain, and she was terrific. We also cast Corey Feldman and Judge Reinhold, and then Holly Holiday for Mrs. Deagle. And then, of course, Joe likes to salt in as many actors that he grew up seeing in horror movies and things. So we got Harry Carey Jr., who was in a whole bunch of John Ford movies. Bill Shallert has a small part. Ken Tobey, the star of The Thing.
Fantastic idea.
No way!
World. I make the illogical logical, and I have something here that I think you might be interested in.
I would have never
Another
pulled
great
that.
B-movie actor.
And that's not Carpenter's thing. That's like the black and white thing.
That Joe liked was Scott Brady.
Did your father always give you vicious little monsters for a present?
And then, of course, Dick Miller, who, tried to put in everything, and he played the pivotal role of Mr. Futterman.
These goddamn foreign cars, they always freeze up on you. You don't find American machinery doing that. Our stuff can take anything.
It's one of the most fun things, as I say, about making movies is working with actors, and everybody seemed to have a pretty good time.
That's Mike from Breaking Bad. I know. Mike Urban-Trout is the cop.
It's a big plus that it's set at Christmas. The movie was shot in the middle of the summer.
Fire. Now, let me see, because I want to make sure that the kid is in it, too.
I'm pretty sure that we started shooting about the 2nd or 3rd week of April, and my last day was August the 4th. So basically, it was late spring and summer of 1983 in Los Angeles, and we shot almost entirely on Burbank Studios. So for those of you who haven't been to Southern California, the San Fernando Valley in June and July and August is extremely hot. And I'm almost always wearing a blazer, and I would wear a button-down shirt and everything like that. And I had to wear my kind of wine-colored parka. And it's 105 degrees out. So for me, it was very, very difficult because I was hot all the time. And then there's no snow. It's all white sand. Or every now and then at night, when it was cool enough at night, they bring this huge ice truck with these enormous blocks of ice, and they would grind up the ice into snow, and they would spray it on the ground. So they would do those kind of tricks. For the close-ups, they'd have ice, and then for other times, they would just have sand. And then there was a whole discussion about how we were going to do Seeing Our Breath. And we were just like, It's a movie. You're not going to see our breath. So we're just going to have to, like, we're not even going to go there. We're not even going to try and do it like once or twice to give the illusion. We're just going to hope that people are so into the movie that they don't notice it.
Hey, Dr. Moreau.
Morning, Billy. Morning.
The movie was always designed as a bit of a satire, a little bit of a riff on It's a Wonderful Life. So I felt
never knew
in
that.
that spirit that the audience would accept sort of the storybook element of Gremlins.
Good morning, Mrs. Deagle.
What's good about it?
Oh.
Oh.
The original concept was that they thought that it would be nice to shoot the movie in a real location. And I thought that was a terrible idea. For one thing, it's a fantasy, and the characters, the puppets, are not going to look as real if you take them out on broad daylight on Broad Street with cars going by, as they will on a backlot, because backlots are stylized, and also they bring associations for old movies. So we wanted to stylize it to the point where it was obviously a backlot town, and it was obviously a place that's idealized, and it's not something that you have to completely believe in. It's a state of mind.
Emptiness, emptiness, all of a sudden you go by this stuff, and it's
now
like,
suddenly
whoa.
things start to happen.
Yeah, and as you go further on down the street, you got more smoke and all the rest of it.
Our production designer was a guy named James Spencer.
Am I on band
who
yet?
had a
It looks
similar
like it.
sensibility to Joe and I, kind of a little off the wall. So in addition to the sets, obviously, he also designed all the Peltzer inventions, you know, the wacky Peltzer inventions that didn't work.
Every frame is packed with so much visual information.
Yeah.
That you can watch the movie over and over and over again, and you can still every now and then go, oh, you know what? I never noticed that. The sequence where Hoyt Axton's on the phone.
The time
See in
machine.
the background? The time machine. They're going to cut away. Okay, now they cut back. See the
I pointed that out to you guys.
time machine's gone, and the guy's searching for it on the floor. It's very, very fun visual style.
And there's other distractions in that scene. Jerry Goldsmith's in that scene, and it was just a fun thing to do.
Steven does a little cameo in the scene. He goes rolling by in this contraption.
I had hurt my leg, and I had this cast on, and I was visiting to sit on crutches, so Joe threw me in a wheelchair and had me do a drive-through.
There's actually a character in that scene who is supposed to be me that the crew put in, because at the time my dress, my costume for directing was dark glasses, a knit tie, and a white shirt. And there's a guy who comes out of a phone booth in that scene who was supposed to be me. Even I didn't get it.
Phoebe Cates' monologue, which I always thought from the beginning was hilarious.
This monologue is fucking hilarious.
And I thought it was just a really good example of dark humor.
I went to try to light up the fire, and that's when I noticed the smell.
She told me that really the monologue was the key part of the role that really made her say, I gotta do this. It's so outrageous.
Firemen came and broke through the chimney top,
God, she does such a good job with it, too.
and me and Mom were expecting them to pull out a dead cat or a bird, and instead they pulled out my father.
You know, in terms of being honest and vulnerable, you believe that her father actually climbed into a chimney dressed as... How absurd is the concept? He climbed into the chimney dressed as Santa Claus and broke his neck.
And that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus.
The story itself, which she tells with great drama, is kind of poignant. But on the other hand, it's on the face of it, it's ridiculous.
Where did you fucking get that? Where did you get that? Haas, where did you get that, bro? Good. Is that AI? What is that? What is that?
And so the audience doesn't really know whether to laugh.
We need that as an emote. We need that as an emote, too.
Or to cry. And that was exactly what I was looking for. And in fact, it encapsulates to me the whole tone of the movie Gremlins. And it was immediately controversial as soon as we shot it. I remember leaving the editing room, and Tina Hirsch, the editor, said, well, that scene will never be in the movie. Which more or less strengthened my resolve to keep it in the movie. And I also thought it was her best scene. I thought she was great in it. And all through the movie, the executives hated the scene. And they said, you gotta cut it. The people will walk out. I said, it's 55 seconds long. They're not gonna walk out.
We were adamant that we had to keep that in the movie because that's what separated the movie from the pack. That's what made it...
That's what separated the movie from the pack? Not the fucking 2 hours of Gremlins?
Unique and a little twisted.
And it stayed in, and it hasn't seemed to hurt the popularity of the movie over the past 30 years.
The scene with the chainsaw, Joe and I just came up with that on the day. We were walking around, and I was kind of marveling again at Jim Spencer's production design, and I was like,
They
wow,
are real
I knew
photos
this was
of
a
the
department
prop.
store, but
Holy
you've stocked this thing like it's a department store. I mean, you've got a gun rack there, and you've got a real working fountain there. And I said, oh, look, you got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre homage there. And he goes, yep, there you go. And I said, wouldn't it be cool to have a baseball bat chainsaw fight? That would be awesome, wouldn't it? And he goes, that would be awesome.
Bro, the fact that an actor pitched some random shit and they put this together is crazy.
But the one bone of contention I have with Gremlins is that Gizmo comes in the pink car and he pulls the thing and he opens the shade and that kills Stripe in the fountain. But the way we shot it was I got to be more like Bruce Willis Die Hard stuff, and he's shooting the gun at me, and I did my own stunts. I was really proud of it. I dove over this big rack of like potted flowers that they had, and I dove over it, and I land on the ground, and I pull the shade, and I kill the gremlin. So then I went to see the premiere, and it's Gizmo on this pink car saving the day. And I said to Joe, what the heck? I thought I was the hero of this movie. And Joe turned to me and he goes, the name of the picture is Gremlins, not Billy's Adventures in Kingston Falls.
Sorry, kid, you lost to the best, Billy. Listen, you're good, but you're no fucking Gizmo.
It's called Gremlins. So the gremlin is going to save the day. And I went, okay. I really felt when we had finished that we'd really made a hell of a movie. I mean, I really felt that there were some amazing scenes in it, and I thought the effects were incredible. And Jerry Goldsmith's score is amazing.
Jerry Goldsmith is one of my favorite film composers, and I had actually known Jerry since I was a kid because my dad was also a composer. Jerry understood what music did for the movie, how it elevated the movie. And in this case, he understood how the music could work in all sorts of ways, not just supporting, but also become part of the sound design.
I said, you sure this is what? And he said, I think this is going to be good. And I learned to trust him in every case. He was always right and I was always wrong.
And then, of course, the other thing was the Gizmo theme.
Do, 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 Stop, get that fucking thing off my screen.
What's he doing?
Singing.
Jerry hired this girl soprano from his temple. I think we were saying it.
Oh my God! Oh my God! He's levitating! Gizmo! Gizmo, no! What did you smoke, Gizmo? Oh, he's gone.
Choir at the temple to do to sing, the little Gizmo theme when Gizmo actually sings it.
Jerry was able to make a black comedy contribution musically, which also helped to give Gremlins as a film its identity.
Dude, you know what's fascinating about this to me is like, it is crazy because Gremlins, you look at it, you look at the pieces of it, you look at the individual elements of Gremlins, and this should be a horrible movie. This should be a horrible fucking movie. There's nothing about Gremlins in a modern film market that works, right? If Gremlins is a modern film, if it's a Blumhouse $4 million movie, it's trash, right? They wouldn't have hit anything. They wouldn't have had the passion to keep in the fucking really weird black comedy elements that they're getting so much shit for. And it just goes to show you, really great filmmakers make really great films, right? All of the pain that these guys go through to tell the story of fucking Gremlins. Hey, hi Gizmo. all of the pain that these people go through to tell this story. Why? Why would they put their whole ass in a story about this fucking thing? Well, it's because they're auteurs, right? They're fucking committed. And they put their whole filmmaking dick into such a silly concept, and that is why it is elevated. And it makes me wonder, could you ever get another modern Gremlins? Could you ever get something like this again? You know what I mean? I just don't know if filmmakers who make these types of movies now, I don't know if they care. I think they're just, up and coming or young filmmakers that are on a $5 million budget, and they are given a Mission Impossible, and they're like, well, it's a movie about gremlins. I don't give a shit. Hey, whoa, chill. I'll just make it anyway, right? I'll just fucking bang it out, and it is what it is, and whatever it is, it is. So, but I think filmmakers like Spielberg and okay, and the rest of his team, they were so committed to their project that it ended up turning great. You know what I mean? Gizmo, you're getting pretty close to me, bud. Are you okay? Oh, he's fucking drunk? Where's he going? Okay. Back to the video.
Worked with very few geniuses in my time, but Jerry was definitely one of them. And in this case, it was, I think, a pretty iconic score. When the movie was finished, I thought that it was quirky and offbeat in a way that I approved of.
Okay. I hope they talk about the reception, because this movie it made a bunch of money, and it is a fucking, legendary crowd favorite, but so many kids were traumatized. It was very controversial.
I didn't know what anybody else would make of it until we went to our first preview, in which the reaction was tumultuous. I never have been before or since ever in a theater where people went that berserk over a movie that they obviously had no expectations for. They had no idea what they were going to see.
I mean, they just went nuts. And we looked at each other. I said, I think actually this might be a hit, actually.
Then the movie came out and did something that very few movies do, which is came out huge the first weekend, and then the second weekend, which now tends to fall off,
was even bigger.
Larger the second weekend. It made more money the second weekend than it made the first weekend. I can't remember the last time that's happened.
I remember the Gremlins came sort of unexpectedly roaring out of the gate, and it became kind of a cultural hit overnight.
He's a fucking patriot.
I will never forget reviews. It was interesting because some of the reviews were good.
And some of them had to be scathing.
But some of them were, offended by the film. I remember Leonard Maltin. He called the film icky mayhem. And every time I see, I don't talk to the guy in person, but when I see him, I don't think of Leonard Maltin. I think of the name Icky Mayhem, because that's all he could say about Gremlins.
I just went from completely anonymous person to, a month later not being able to walk down the street. It was crazy. It was a complete change. Within 3 weeks, everywhere I went, people were sort of like going, oh, hi, or can I help you? Oh my God, it's you. People just blurt stuff out. I would see kids going to school with me on the lunchbox. I was like, that's me on the lunchbox right there. I don't know if you saw that. That's me on the lunchbox.
They were making Gremlin toys of stripe to put in the crib with the baby. Which, okay, Gizmo, I get it, but a stripe toy in the crib? It seemed odd to me. But it just happened to be, I think, the right movie at the right time. And it put me on the map. All of a sudden, I was not just the guy who worked for Roger Corman, I was the guy who worked for Steven Spielberg, and made a movie that people went to see. And so all during that summer, it was constant, battle between Ghostbusters, which is the biggest movie. Ghostbusters, Gremlins, Ghostbusters, Gremlins. Ghostbusters generally beat us most places. But when the movie came out, partly because it was...
Hey, it's fucking Ghostbusters. They've been trying to relight that candle for the last fucking 30 years, man. The first two Ghostbusters, very good. Subsequent Ghostbusters, all bad.
Advertised with a very E.T. looking poster with E.T. colors and a fuzzy hand coming out of a box that made it look like Son of E.T. A lot of parents were
Here you
upset.
go. Here you go. Let's fucking go. Get into it.
I went to the movie, it wasn't Son of E.T. It was, the first half of it was Son of E.T., and the second half of it was monsters. And so there were some thoughts that maybe this movie was not appropriate for a PG rating.
Yes, there's violence in it, but it's comic violence. It's made up fantasy violence, but it also felt very real.
That man just got shot with a crossbow.
And at the same time, Steven made Indiana Jones at the Temple of Doom, which came out that summer as
Why did we never get a Ghostbusters vs. Gremlins movie? That would have been hype.
well, and that was PG as well. But both of these movies went just a little beyond the constraints of PG in terms of intensity, and it became clear that there had to be a middle ground between PG and R. So PG-13 was born thanks to Gremlins and Indiana Jones and the
There
Temple
it
of Doom.
is. There it is. There's your little piece of film history. What is it, Raiders and this movie, or was it Temple in this movie? I think it's Raiders. Birthed the PG-13 rating, which is crazy because there was no rating in between PG and R, right? So, Temple, okay. So basically, a movie would get slapped with a PG and parents were taking like 10-year-olds, right? That is so fucking funny to me that they had no middle ground. And they just fucking, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. That is a great piece of film history there. That is an incredible piece of film history.
It was great making this movie because, well, first of all, Joe and I had just, come from very low budget movies. This was our first studio movie in Warner Brothers, and it was really important for us to have Steven and Frank Marshall and Kathy Kennedy to support us and help us navigate the complicated shoals of studio politics, which we were completely unfamiliar with at that time. And when the studio first saw it, they were somewhat taken aback and didn't know what to make of it. And again, Steven was like, trust me, audiences are going to love this.
Trust me, I'm Steven fucking Spielberg.
And he was right.
Bro, I want you to know, there are not many directors like now that have the kind of suck that Steven Spielberg had at this point. Most studios now, if they don't like your film, you're fucked. Just ask Warner Brothers, right? We're never gonna see Coyote versus fucking Acme. It is crazy. Christopher Nolan. Yeah, I think Nolan has quite a bit of pull. But I'm just saying there aren't many men in the history of film who can show a movie to a studio and the studio be like, we hate it. And he's like, trust me. And they're like, all right, fuck it, we'll do it.
I just love visiting the set.
M. Night can't get his own shit made anymore. He's back to television. M. Night got degraded. M. Night got removed from film. Ain't nobody gonna hand him a big budget anymore.
I just simply love watching the dailies. It was Joe's movie, and once the film was cast, I just sat back and had a lot of laughs.
I had a great reaction the first time I saw the movie. It was so much fun. But you kind of were going, should I be laughing at this?
Denis Villa, Denis probably. J.J. Abrams? J.J. Abrams tanked Star Wars, man. I don't know if he has that kind of suck either.
Should I be going, oh no, but it was so great. The Gremlins were so fantastic. The story was so much fun.
The Gremlins are kind of like our impulses.
You know who was a director who did that and used all of his clout to make something, and I think he probably will have to go back to making more studio films again, is Ari Aster. I think Beau is Afraid was his version of the Gremlins, where he made a movie where he was like, I just want to make this movie. And the studio was like, and some people love that movie, but it tanked. And I don't know if he'll have as long a leash after that.
It's like our id. It's like what we want.
Tarantino and Peele, yeah, for sure. Those two guys definitely have some movement.
Bad side of us, and it's fun to be bad. And the Gremlins were having so much fun being bad. I think deep down, a lot of people kind of related to it and enjoyed it.
In a sense, all of us making movies in the 80s were like the Gremlins themselves taking over that town.
What movie tanked? Beau is Afraid. It's not a bad movie, but it really bad box office.
We kind of moved into Hollywood and did what we wanted to do. And because no adults were there to stop us or even wanted to stop us, and they didn't stop us because the films were doing so well at the box office, it was a really interesting time of, I guess, creative insurrection.
It was exciting at the time, and now, of course, it lives on, and, you know, you go into the East Village and you'll see, you know, kids at NYU wearing Gremlin shirts, and that's what really feels great.
I was a lucky guy to be in the places that I was, to get to make the movie. I was lucky to get to make the movie when I did. I was lucky that the picture was a big hit. I was lucky that I was able to have a career after it. But, you know, when the bus hits me, they're going to say, this was the guy who made Gremlins. I mean, I'm identified with Gremlins. It is the movie that defined my career. I call it a medley.
Bro, that line is going to live in my head for the rest of my life. When the bus hits me, I'll be the guy who blank.
Able to have a career after it. But, you know, when the bus hits me, they're going to say, this was the guy who made Gremlins. I mean, I'm identified with Gremlins. It is the movie that defined my career. I call it a medley of my hit because I never had another movie that was as big as that. And many directors are lucky if they ever get a movie that big.
Wow. Dude. You know what's really interesting is, like, you look at that movie and you go, how the fuck did that happen? Right? And everybody goes, they must have been doing drugs or, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or da-da. It seems as though what that movie was about was, again, in his own words, creative insurrection. It almost felt like they just wanted to make whatever the fuck they were going to make, and they wanted to be totally uncompromising about it, which, I mean, is such a cool thing. But it's so funny because so many filmmakers now will use that motion to make a Beau is Afraid or to make like an art house film. So instead to make like the Gremlins, like that's the hill you're going to die on. Like, I need to make the Gremlins. I need to make this horror movie about Gremlins is such an interesting shift from guys like Spielberg. You know what I mean? Where he's like, maybe I've just made too much serious stuff. Maybe I just have to make something cantankerous and weird and for me, and we'll see where it lands. I don't know. We're looking a little sweaty. It's because the lights are off and I have a bright light above me. Sorry if I look a little sweaty. Anyway, guys, that is the Gremlins. That was the Gremlins. That was it. No. Will, no. No, Will. No, we can't watch Gremlins 2, the new batch. We can't do that. Will, no. Will, no. Will, you can't do this. Will, you simply cannot do this. It would take Gizmo showing up himself to get me to do this. I won't. I refuse.
Be a grip.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Cool.
as an apology to all of you for missing some streams recently, It was always my plan.
I'm a stud.
We're doing a double feature.
That gizmo is a weapon of mass destruction that would lead to the extinction of the human race. Simply sail out to the ocean and hold the planet ransom.
Gizmo, did you understand what the fuck that person was saying? Blink if you understood. No. All right, Gizmo, keep them company. Cool. I am going to go grab a water. I'm going to pee, and when we come back, we're watching the disastrously awesome follow-up, the PG-13 classic, Gremlins 2, The New Batch, baby. I'll be right back. Dude, wait, take him off screen real quick. I'll cue you in. Wow, I'll cue you in, Haas. Cool. I'll cue you
Hot
in.
dog _ pirate gifted a tier 1 sub to Asteroid.
Ready?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Crazy seeing baby Corey Fieldman after he's been haunting my page on
go.
TikTok all day. Did you see
Yo, Gizmo! How's that acid treating you, bro? Where's Gizmo? Gizmo? Has anybody seen Gizmo? He took some acid. Oh, shit! Your eyes are like fucking dinner plates. Wait. We gotta pull up a... Wait, bring him back. This is the best stream in the world. I am an underrated streamer. I'll say it myself. I'll say it with my whole ass chest.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Big Tuna _03 gifted a tier 1 sub to a Max Legit.
You need some milk. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That's very cool.
I'm going to let the hype train
100%.
play out because, you know, it's nice. Money is nice.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Thank you guys. All right. When this hype train's over, we will be watching Gremlins 2, the new batch, baby. If you have to go to sleep, don't worry. You're not. Gremlins is a classic. Gremlins 2 is more of like a like a car wreck. Gizmo voiceover.
Howie! Jimmy! Welcome back to the show.
It's good to be here. Why are you yelling?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right, I just thought.
I like your shirt, by the way. That's Gizmo.
That's Gizmo, which is, yeah, I don't know if you know, that's me.
You were the voice?
I'm the voice of Gizmo.
From Gremlins.
Listen, I did. I don't think people know that, but it's me. That's me, which sounds like it was an amazing thing, but you know, I had a whole voiceover career.
Let's go! Thank you for the juice. Thank you for that juice. I'll take them 5. Favorite streamer. Favorite chatter. 5 gifted. Thank you so much.
But not a whole voiceover repertoire. So this was Gizmo. And then I did like a show called Bobby's World, and I'm Bobby. Of course. But Bob, it's the same voice.
He's Bobby in Bobby's World?
Bobby talks like this.
So if you think,
this is Bobby.
Gizmo loves horse medicine.
Same voice. and then.
Thank you so much. Gizmo loves horse medicine. Oh no, Gizmo's in a K-hole again.
And I did the Muppet Babies. I was Skeeter on the Muppet Babies. It's the same voice.
Skeeter talk like this.
That's right.
Bobby talk like this.
Wow, that's very cool.
Thank you so much. Ex-Rover.
Boy, let's see. I got one voice, but 3
it's
jobs.
a great voice.
It is.
Gizmo talk like this. Skeeter talk like this.
It works for everything I do.
Are you happy to be back in New York? Are you enjoying being here?
You know what? I love New York. They should write that down. That'd be a good, like a bumper sticker or something. Anyway, I love being here because
Do you like being back in New York?
Yeah, I said I love New York. I love being. See what I said there?
I thought you wanted my thing to be
You
on.
gonna talk more about the Gremlins?
I live in L.A. and I live in a. So I said, "Is your girlfriend friendly?" Because I didn't know.
Okay, he's done with talking about the Gremlins. I need Gizmo singing.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
After the last few months of being separated, mom having a stroke, ER visit and losing my job last week, I need a stream like this, and your streams continue to give me a break and boost my mood. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you. I do my best. Hey, this one's for you, Gizmo.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Guys, thank you so much for the level 6 hype train. I really appreciate you. All right. A little housekeeping. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Orbital Pyramid. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A little housekeeping before we get into the second movie. Guys, I don't know if you saw, but I am doing Ludwig's Olympics event. I will be on Team Podcast, but that will be on the 17th and the 18th, right? Or the 16th and the 17th, I can't remember. And I will be leaving those streams slightly early to come back here, and I am going to be doing a Pokemon stream. I've been talking about it, but there's some big, I think either Pokemon trading card event or Pokemon video game event that I will be watching those nights as well. And I've been telling you guys, we're gonna do. I'm gonna have some blind bags
when things are rough
for you guys. And basically what's going to happen is you are going to be doing we're going to be doing a giveaway, and we'll be giving some slab bags to people. Let's say, you know, you pull a bag, you might get something like this, like a first edition Jungle Vaporeon, or you might get a full-on slab like this Black Star 9.5 promotional Pikachu. So basically that's going to be a sponsored stream, but I'm going to be trying to make it worth your guys' time by giving some cool Pokemon stuff away. So if you like Pokemon, definitely do that. And then someone asked me about the next hot sauce drop. It's going to be on the 14th. And the reason it's going to be on the 14th is because I will be doing a Zenless Zone sponsored stream. And as part of my Zenless Zone stream, I am going to be giving away another like $1,000 worth of hot sauce. So show up, pretend you love Zenless Zone, and you too can get some free sauce. If you are someone who, you know, doesn't want to pay for it, I totally understand that. The sauce is expensive, and I love to give some of it back to you guys. So the 14th, the 17th, and the 18th will be sponsored streams. But if you want some free shit, there's a good possibility you will get some free shit there. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the hype train. I'm going to let it roll out, but we're going to start Gremlins 2, the new batch, before it gets too late, because I want to go to bed, and this is kind of a longer movie than you would actually expect. It's an hour and 40 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're excited because
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Unhand my penis. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going back to our React screen. Unfortunately, I'll be turning off alerts again, and I will be turning off bits with peace and love. Peace and love. Feel free to subscribe. I love you if you do, but it just won't play the alert or if you use TTS or anything like that. And without further ado, I got to fix one thing. This is not it. Shoot. I gotta refresh this. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a science fiction double feature. I hope you I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I had a lot of fun streaming it for you. Good shit, everybody. Good shit. What a pleasure. What a pleasure it is to get to stream for you. I hope I entertained. I hope you had a wonderful time. As always, I'll be back tomorrow.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I can fix Madam Gremlin.
Can you fix Madam Gremlin? Anyway, I'm really glad people enjoyed these movies. But there is something we need to watch before we go. Without further ado.
Okay, guys. Gremlins 2. I'm telling you, this movie should write itself. The first one was a classic. This should be pretty straightforward. Basically, all we're doing is maintaining the integrity of the original picture. We want to do all the stuff with the water and the... Can we help you?
I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. Hi, y'all. My name is Star Magic Jackson Jr. I'm the Hollywood sequel doctor. So studio just brings me in to oversee things when they about to drop a deuce. So that's why I'm here, but don't mind me. I'm just gonna be over here. Y'all do your thing. It's your movie.
Okay. Let's brainstorm. Adam.
If it's gonna take place in an office building, I was thinking, what if Gizmo gets wet from a water cooler this time?
Okay, hold on a second. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to step in here just 1 second, sweetheart. So what's wrong with y'all? Y'all looking like a bunch of sad sacks. This is G2, people. We're writing Gremlins 2. It should be a party with pizza and anchovies, pineapple. Just, come on, lift up the spirits. Look, okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of spice into the mixture here. What if we did this? Everybody here gets to design their own gremlin.
I don't see that the gremlin design is broken.
It's called brainstorming, not brain drizzling, sweet pea, okay? Shut your mouth for a second. Look, here's the thing. None of this is final.
So you mean, like, what if there was, like, a brainy gremlin?
A brainy gremlin.
You talking about a gremlin with glasses who could talk and sing New York, New York? That's brilliant. It's in the movie, done.
Whoa, you said that nothing was final.
That was before I heard the words brainy and gremlin in the same sentence together. It's done, I love it, it's in the movie next.
What about a spider gremlin?
You mean a gremlin with 8 legs and a thorax just catching pretty ladies in a web in an office building? Oh my God, it's in the movie, I love it! Next!
What about a bat gremlin?
You mean a gremlin with leathery wings just flying around, flip-flopping, bust through a wall, make a perfect bat symbol in the wall, get outside, get in some wet concrete, jump up on a building and just dry in place like a gargoyle gremlin? We are cooking with gas now. I love it. It's in the movie next.
Could there be a female gremlin?
Lipstick, boobies, bitch, you have me and little gremlin but JJ. I love it so much that it's not only in the movie, but it's definitely in the movie. There's no backsies on that one, no penny taxis. Yes, 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 in the movie, done. That's why we need a woman in the writer's room. Next.
I don't know. A googly-eyed gremlin?
But you do know, because you talking about a gremlin whose sole purpose in this film is just that he looks stupid as fuck. Yes, it can be in the movie, and it is in the movie. Done. Next. What about you, Silver Fox?
Electricity gremlin?
You just said noun and gremlin, like you playing Mad Libs. You just like a child. You have the brain of a child. You do not have a high IQ, but you haphazardly came up with a gremlin that's just made out of bolts that is zigzagging all over the room and is done completely in animation. You a crazy person, and your idea's in the movie. Done. Next.
Can we put the Hulkster in it?
What? You talking about putting Hulk Hogan, professional wrestler, turned actor, turned cultural icon in the movie where he break the fourth wall of the movie he's in by talking to the audience. You, sir, are a raging psychopath. Don't let this town take that away from you. That's it. I don't even care anymore. We got the Hulkster in this bitch, so it's done. I don't have any more time. So let me just recap right now. It's brainy gremlin, spider gremlin, bat gremlin, lady gremlin, googly-eyed gremlin, electricity gremlin. Hulk Hogan's gonna be in the picture. I'm gonna throw in a gremlin myself. Vegetable Gremlin, just write it up. I'm having so much fun, thank you. It's all gonna be in the actual film. Now I gotta go put some Cowboys in Back to the Future 3. Sayonara, y'all. Oops. Now, okay, you guys know that none of that is gonna be in the actual movie.
You had me a little gremlin for JJ. So good. It's so accurate. All right. Out of space.
Oh, yeah, wow, that's very cool.
We're at 6 hours. I'm calling it. Science fiction. Double feature. Thank you so much, as always, for supporting me. I hope you had a wonderful time with this film night. Because, as always, I had a great time bringing it to you. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing some React stuff. It's been real. Super Gremlins. Good night, Gizmo. Yo! The timing! Dude, Haas and I are in each other's fucking heads. I'm gonna be your killer, nobody gonna play with you when I'm with you. Go against any nigga like. Good night, everybody. It is such a joy to get to stream for you. I'm glad I get to make your night that tiny bit better, because you've made my life so much better. I'm doing this same thing for the last 4 years, over 200 movies, and we'll do it as long as I physically can. So thank you so much. See you next week. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Stay dangerous.
You switch like a pussy little bitch. Damn, I knew you tripping. We could have been superstars. Can't help it, now I'm reminiscing. Remember when we were jacking cars? Now you better keep your distance, cause it's not safe for you. You switch like a pussy little bitch. Track hard with the